Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I'm your host, FD for Sage5.tv, and today we want to look at Hyperlane. Hyperlane protocol, a project I've been looking at for quite a while, and now that the token is launched recently, we are going to look into Hyperlane and see if it is a decent project to invest in. But before I jump into Hyperlane today, please know that I am not a financial advisor. You guys know what to do already. You should be approaching someone who is actually qualified to give you financial advice. This is your money, therefore you must take care of it. Take every step that you need to take to make sure you protect your investments. Listening to people like myself, it's a lost cause. We are not financial advisors, we are just YouTubers. This content is also not intended for UK audiences for obvious reasons, of course. If you want to know more about that, please go to the FCA website, and over there you'll see more information about investments and what the FCA stance on crypto assets is as far as the crypto industry is concerned. So let's come back to Hyperlane. What is Hyperlane? Hyperlane is a permissionless interoperability protocol that facilitates seamless communication between disparate blockchain networks. It enables developers to send arbitrary data, including tokens, function calls, and messages across over 140 supported blockchains, including the likes of Ethereum, Solana, and Cosmos SDK chains. This is achieved through its core component, which is the mailbox smart contract, which exists on every supported chain and acts as a hub for interchain messaging. Let's move on to some key features that make Hyperlane one of those interesting projects within the crypto space. The first key feature is the mailbox smart contracts, where Hyperlane facilitates sending and receiving interchain messages, ensuring secure and streamlined cross-chain exchanges. Next, you got the WAP routes. This refers to the modular cross-chain asset bridge that enables, or bridges that enable, the transfer of tokens between chains. The WAP routes support various token types, including ERC20 tokens, which is an Ethereum token standard, and native tokens, and offer different models like lock and mint and synthetic representation. Next, you got interchain gas payments, or IGP, which automates gas fee calculations and payments for transactions that span multiple chains, enhancing user experience. And the final feature we are going to be looking at is interchain security modules, or ISM. This is a customizable security framework that allows developers to tailor security measures for their applications. For example, you've got multi-sig ISMs and routing ISM, or interchain security model. Let's look at some of the value propositions then for Hyperlane. Hyperlane offers a modular and open framework for blockchain interoperability, allowing decentralized cross-chain applications and token bridges without centralized intermediaries. Its permissionless nature fosters a decentralized and open ecosystem. Now, as you know, guys, as part of our DYOR risk evaluation, we do apply our standard DYOR risk evaluation toolkit made up of 13 elements in decentralization, security, interoperability, scaling, project team, age of the project use cases, as well as the tokenomics. So let's kick this segment then with decentralization. How decentralized is Hyperlane? To my own opinion, of course. Hyperlane is designed to be fully permissionless, enabling any blockchain to integrate without requiring approval. This openness promotes decentralization by removing the need for centralized entities to mediate cross-chain interaction. Additionally, its customizable security modules allow developers to find their own security parameters where they're decentralized in control. Let's have a look at the security aspects then for Hyperlane. Let's start with the inherent security. Hyperlane employs a modular security architecture through its interchain security modules, or ISMs, allowing developers to choose security models that best fit their application. This includes options like multi-sig interchain security modules, which require a set number of validator signatures to authenticate messages. There were also some smart contract audits performed by Heiken in April 2023, where Heiken identified 21 issues, 0 critical, 4 high, 7 medium, and 10 low. The audit emphasized the need for improvements in access control and input validation. The second set of smart contract audits was performed by Oak Security, which focused on the COSMI-WASMI implementation, assessing the correct functioning of the protocol and identifying potential vulnerabilities. These audits demonstrate Hyperlane's commitment to security, although ongoing assessments are essential to maintain robust. So these audits, they got to take place from time to time, just in case new threats emerge. So I'm sure the Hyperlane team are aware of that. They don't need someone like myself telling them how they should be approaching security. Let's move on to interoperability then. Hyperlane is inherently designed for interoperability, connecting over 140 blockchains, including the likes of Ethereum, Solana, and Cosmos SDK chains. Its mailbox smart contract facilitates message passing across these networks, while WAP routes enable token transfers. This architecture allows for seamless communication and asset movement between diverse blockchain environments. What about scalability? Well, Hyperlane's architecture supports scalability through its modular design and permission frictionless deployment. Developers can deploy Hyperlane on new chains without waiting for centralized teams, thereby allowing the network to grow organically. Its use of off-chain agents, that is relayers and validators, ensures efficient message processing, accommodating increased traffic as adoption grows. Let's look at some of the use cases that make Hyperlane an interesting proposition for someone like myself and yourself as an investor. Let's start with the ticker symbol, which is Hyper, Hyper. Protocol use cases first. You've got cross-chain DeFi applications where Hyperlane enables decentralized finance protocol operate across multiple blockchains, enhancing liquidity and user reach. Next, you got the NFT and token bridges where Hyperlane facilitates the transfer of NFTs and tokens between different blockchain ecosystems. We then move on to cross-chain governance where Hyperlane allows centralized governance mechanisms to function across various chains, promoting inclusivity. And onto the Hyper token use cases there. Well, the Hyper token is used for staking to participate in network security, earning the holders and stakers rewards. Holding the Hyper token is also used to expand rewards, where it is used to incentivize developers and users to contribute to the network's growth. Moving on to social media presence via X, formerly Twitter, Hyperlane boasts just over 111,000 followers, and on Discord, just over 69,000 Discord members. Let's move on to the tokenomics then for Hyperlane. Ticker symbol Hyper, Hyper. Token supply 1 billion with a hard cap. Circulating supply 17.5%, which is also, I believe, the TGE or tokens that were issued at project launch. Let's look at the token allocation. You've got investors 10.87%, core contributors 25%, developer emissions 25.5%, the foundation 7.11%, future staking emissions 20%, and strategic launch provision 11.52%. According to my own analysis of this information in front of us, insider token allocation sits at 43% as a bare minimum, 43%, so it's right at the top end, and that is going to be reflected when it comes to the scoring part, where we are looking at Hyperlane's attractiveness as an investment proposition when we do, of course, apply our DEWA or risk evaluation, which includes the scoring part, which is going to come at the end of this review. So my final thoughts on Hyperlane, well, I think Hyperlane represents a compelling solution to blockchain interoperability with its permissionless modular design. Security is prioritized through customizable ISMs or interchain security modules and confirmed through the audits we saw from Oak Security as well as Haken. The tokenomics are community-centric to an extent, and the protocol's flexibility in integration and scalability positions it as a stronger player within the cross-chain infrastructure space. There are so many of them, the likes of Layer 0 and so many more. Its robust architecture and broad chain support make Hyperlane highly relevant for the evolving multi-chain world. Well, we are yet to see the interoperability narrative come to the fore during this current bull market. Anyway, guys, so that is a brief review of what Hyperlane is, its value proposition, and through our 13 elements, how it stands. Let's move on to the scaling part where we are looking at Hyperlane's rating using our DEWA or risk evaluation. Here is a quick rundown of those 13 elements once more. We've got decentralization, security, scaling, interoperability, the project team, social media presence via X, formerly Twitter, as well as via Discord. We then look at the age of the project use cases, tokens issued, the project launch, total tokens in circulation at the time of recording, maximum tokens available, is there a hard cap, as well as insider token allocation. Is there a bias towards insiders? Insiders include the project team, early investors, the foundation. So this is anything that is connected to insiders, including those tokens the foundation may be claiming to look after until full decentralization is achieved. That all comes under or falls under insider token allocation. So yeah, the scores we've allocated to Hyperlane then as part of our DEWA or risk evaluation. We kick off this segment with decentralization. It's 5 points out of 10. Security, 5 points out of 10. On scaling, 7.5 points out of 10. Interoperability, 10 points out of 10. Project team, 5 points out of 10. Social media presence via X, 7.5 points out of 10. Via Discord, 7.5 points out of 10. Age of the project, 2.5 points out of 10. Project use cases, 7.5 points out of 10, because I think they've got a decent basket of use cases. Tokens issued at project launch, 2.5 points out of 10, sitting at 17.5% or somewhere thereabouts. Tokens in circulation at the time of recording, similar, 17.5%, therefore is 2.5 points out of 10. Maximum tokens available at 1 billion is 5 points out of 10. Insider token allocation sitting at right towards the top end. We are going to give Hyperlane 2.5 points out of 10. There you go, guys. Those are the scores we've allocated to Hyperlane. This is a project I actually want to invest in, and I'll be making some moves in the coming days and weeks because if the market remains volatile, especially May, June time, the market tends to slow down quite a bit. So I may actually be waiting for that final drop in the price before I jump into Hyperlane. I may also just establish a small position just in case case the market leaves me behind, at least I'll left some position. So guys, let us know what you think about Hyperlane. If you do indeed hold Hyperlane, or if you received the airdrops, because I also believe that there were some airdrops, let us know in the comment section what your thoughts are about Hyperlane. I've already shown my hand. I am going to be making a move on Hyperlane, the hard token, the hyper token, not hard, it's hyper token. So I am interested in Hyperlane because I think it's going to be a decent project. What about you? Let us know in the comment section. Until the next video, guys, this is FD for Sage5.tv signing out for now. Bye.